Hello.
We are live, sir.
Okay. Good evening, all of you. A very good evening to all the doctors. Thank you so much. This is world first three-dose anti-rabies vaccine, and with great pride, we would like to inform you that Travis has successfully completed 1 year of launch with more than 40.
With this,
It is my honor to introduce you the speaker of the today's webinar, Dr. Devesh Kumar, is the MD physician and CMO of the DLW Hospital Varanasi. So, Doctor, now I would like to request Dr. Devesh Kumar to initiate that talk, and later we will have a question and answer session also. All the participants can drop their question in the drop box, and we will read out all the question after presentation. So thank you so much, all of you. So request to Dr. Devesh Kumar, please let us join with us, and please initiate take the session onwards.
Thank you, Ranjit Kumar Gupta ji. Today the topic has been allotted by your firms regarding the rabies, its prevention and control. It is again not coming. Yes, why? हाँ कोई शेयर डबल फेस हाँ शेयर करिए इट इज नॉट कमिंग हाँ सर सेव हुआ सर So next question. So today we will discuss here about the rabies disease, animal bites, incidents in India, its epidemiology, evolution of rabies vaccine challenges and unmet need, along with the introducing therapy, the novel technology, the clinical phase 3 trials, and take home message. As you know, rabies is a public health problem, very important public health problem, and it is a zoonotic disease which is widespread in India, more so over not only in the rural area but also in the and we have a lot in to monkey here for the the disease, and most of fatality is due to its other things regarding its prevention, except this one. We can the vaccination is by taking the baby in its country. In this figure, you can see the here its RNA virus is encapsulated by the M protein envelope and the envelope, separate envelope, and it has 5 structural proteins: the G protein, N protein, M protein, L protein. And here in its the antigenicity, the most important is the G protein, which is a major antigen in the formation of neutralizing antibody against rabies vaccine. Here in this slide, you can see that it's a prevalence globally. It has led to the more than 59,000. However, in India, it almost half, 91 deaths occur in the rural. You can see the menace of stress is now more in the urban area. So this death reduction in area is mainly due to the awareness of the public regarding vaccination. But since it is lacking in the rural area, so now the death occurs in more common here due to unawareness of the disease. And it's rabies is 100% fatal, but the important point that it can be prevented by the vaccine, and its vaccine is 100% effective in its prevention and control of rabies. The evaluation of vaccine here in this slide, you can see that first the vaccine started during the 1885 as a live attenuated vaccine from the spinal cord, which was non-steroid preparation, and it required the 31 injection of increasing immunogenicity. And you can just realize what the impact was the 31 injection in a single person. Later on, its nervous tissue was further improved, and during the 1911, the inactivated vaccine was came into effect, and this has the brain up to 10%, and it has a minimal neural content, and it is in the liquid preparation, and it started as a 14 injection, and each injection the 0.5 ml daily. So visualize how much it was painful in its. So later on, vaccination evolved, and during the 1976, the standardized immunogenicity lyophilized cell later culture vaccine was developed, and it has the 5 injection varying between the 0.5 to 1 ml according to the age of the person, and it is given on the day of the bite case, then on the 3rd, 7th, 14th, and 28th day. And it is in practice at present in our India. And as you know, it is an important public health problem. So government has a responsibility to control its fatal effect, and the government has already started much attention, and now most of the government centers have these 5 injection to cope up with this issue. And in every hospital, whether it is the government, now it is the 5 injection schedule, which is at present prevalent and being, but this vaccine, the current vaccine are cell culture vaccine, and but in vaccine are 5 years, 50 years old technology, and due to its the technology, it was inconsistent in its potency, in stability, and it was in the short supply, and it has several adverse effects. So this has been led to the decreased compliance of the of this vaccine after the 3 injection, as it is in the next slide. Here you can see in the 5 injection schedule, this was effective was only the seroconversion rate was here in the, this is the 4 injection and this is the 5 injection schedule, and here you can see that its seroconversion rate is not so much after the injection, but here in the 4 injection schedule, in the second dose, it comes with a 47.4%. So it is more effective in comparison to this. So what is the making this unmet medical need? This vaccine has been developed as a novel vaccine with simple and shorter regimes. This is the first protein subunit vaccine which is prepared by the VLP platform technology, and it has it to be given in the 3 doses only. It has better compliance, and it is very convenient, ready for the patient as well as ready to use, because there is no dry powder, so it does not need any constitution. Here you can see the development of this vaccine. Here this native virus has a G protein, which is the most antigenic part of the RNA virus, which is used for this vaccine. But G protein needed to stabilize, and its isolation is used by the VLN, stabilized by at present this Cadila Pharmaceutical India Limited in India. The virus-like particles are the protein complex exist as a nanoparticle. Here the VLPs are similar to native virus particle, but they don't contain the viral genome. Hence, they cannot replicate, but can mimic the viral antigenicity without being pathogenic. And they are capable of introducing a strong humoral and cellular immune response. And this is the short detail of this VLP as a vaccine. This paper has been published in the official journal of Association for Prevention of Control of Rabies in the 27th of number 1 during June 2021, and this the novel recombinant rabies G protein vaccine paper was published, which was originally written by the 4 authors, namely Dr. Sumit Poddar, Dr. Ashok Agarwal, Dr. Amit Soni, and Dr. Seema Sharma. And I will here brief its finding what has been published in the Journal of APCRI. The study design contains as a control the rabies pool, and when the sample size was the 25, and it has the 4 doses rabies vaccine as a control, and as a case the 4 subunits were subsamples were taken here in the study. All the 4 contains the number was 50 in each. The first was the 10 microgram 0 to 3. The second was the 10 microgram 0, 3 and 7 dose regime. Third was the 50 microgram 0 and 3. And fourth was the 50 microgram 0, 3 and 7 days regime. And this the data, the phase 2 data has been presented in this histogram. Here you can see that after the day 14, almost all the vaccines have the similar effects and have the almost 100% seroconversion rate, and it continues even after the 42 days of the vaccination, and moreover even after the 90 days of the vaccination. So all these samples including the control has 100% seroprotection rate even at after the 90 days of the immunization. But after that, its seroconversion rates continue to diminish, and here you can see that after the day 180, these 2 means the 10 microgram and the 0.3 dosage and 10 microgram 0.37 dose. These has the almost 80% seroconversion rate, and while the control the Rabipur and the other remaining two elements, this 50 and 50 microgram 0.37 and 50 microgram 0.3 has the 100% seroprotection rate. So even up to the after the 180 days, the seroconversion rate remain similar in all the 4 subtypes, but it's the long effective effect that is after the day 270. It has been showed in the last histogram. Here you can see that this 50 this 10 microgram 0.37 dose, the schedule has up to the 90%, and this is more in the this 50 microgram 0.37, which is the highest among the all the 4 subgroups. Hence, here in this study, it can be concluded that 50 microgram dosing at the 0, 3, and 7 dose, it has almost the 100% seroconversion rate even after the 270 days, which is not seen in other vaccination. So this shows the efficacy of this new vaccination component developed by this pharmaceutical company is much more effective in comparison to others, and it has very long effective seroconversion and protection rate. So to conclude, in the phase 2 trial data itself reveals that the 10 microgram dose of the 50 microgram dose 0, 3, and 7 is a very potent vaccine which can be used even in the general public to tackle this the public health problem. And it's the funding of third dose trials has been published in the Human Vaccine Immunojournals. Its clinical trial under the heading of the safety and immunogenicity of the novel 3-dose recombinant nanoparticle rabbit G protein vaccine administered at simulated post-vaccine exposure immunization. And this, as per this trial, here we can see that this 0.37 dose vaccine, it was subjected to the 533 subjects, and this the older and the present reference vaccine was subjected to the 267 subjects. And here in this multi-centric the study, which has the total 800 subjects, it has been published, and it shows the immunogenicity and safety of rabbit G protein vaccine administered as a simulated post-exposure immunization in healthy volunteers. So, dear friends, this shows that it is non-inferior to the present 5-dose vaccine, and it can be safety in our practice also. And the primary objective of this third trial objective was the subject with seroprotection at 14 days post first dose trial, where the seroprotection was more than the 0.5 international unit per ml. And the secondary objective was it's the test vaccine or safety by the monitoring subjects with adverse events. And the seroprotection rate is, and this is published in the November 2021 issue of these journals. And the findings are presented here in this slide, which shows the efficacy and safety. For the efficacy, here we can see the seroprotection rate even on the 2. It remains 100% with this 3-dose vaccine. And regarding the safety, here we can see the rabies has the newer vaccine has very less in comparison to this present regime of 5-dose vaccine, and it is almost half in comparison to this Ravi group. So on the safety point of view, it is also proved superior to the older and present 5-dose regimes. So far, the local adverse events are concerned. It is common to have the localized pain, but it is common in even after the any injection, we inject intramuscular. So here again, this adverse event is present, but its incidence is very low. It is, and which is almost half of the present 5-dose vaccine. And similarly, the redness at the local site of injection, it is almost which is more than 3.37% in the present 5-dose, but it is only the 2 here in the 3-dose vaccine. And similarly, the swelling is also reduced in this, and it is almost half of the present day 5-dose vaccine. So far, the systemic adverse, it is reflected in this. It is depicted in these present slides. Here, the fever cases are only 0.38% with this new regime, and the ear pain is somewhat more, but it is less. It is almost the 0%, and the headache is almost half of the reference vaccine, that is the Rabipur. It is almost half, only into the 0.38% subjects. Urticaria is 0.1%. Similarly, the joint pain and nausea, it is not reported in such in the sample size of 800, which has the 400 with this vaccine. So, efficacy and safety point of view, this vaccine is also better to the present 5 days. So, so the take-home message is that this is this was the present, which is the newer vaccine. It is not non-inferior to the reference vaccine of the Rabipur. It has the less adverse effects compared to the reference vaccine, and it was found to be safe and immunogenic even after the 180 days of its injection, and it was almost comparable to the effectivity of the 5-dose vaccine, which has been approved by the WHO in the pre-qualified vaccine. And for this, this company has received the award, which has been shown in the present slide as the Golden Globe Tigers Award in the Malaysia for Innovative Product of the Year. Thank you for your patient hearing. And open for the question and answer. This session is open for the question and answer. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Thank you so much, doctor. Thank you so much, doctor. Now I will like to request to all participants who given your valuable time. So I request to all of you, if you have any doubt or any question, any type in anti-rabies vaccine like rabies, so I request you to please ask. Otherwise, you can unmute. Or not, you can send the direct message through us.
So I think there is no question.
Doctor, 1 minute. I'm saying in a chat box. Some of our doctors are waited long time. So I really sorry for inconvenience. Because of the network issues, we have the session late started in about 10 minutes. So I would like to thanks to your patience and giving a valuable time. Two doctors, Dr. Utkar I am really appreciate your patience, sir. Now, and Dr. Ravi Kumar Patel, you have messaged that there is no, but we were because of network issue, we have started late. Dr. Dhiren Pratap Singh has written, Doctor, any adverse effect you have seen? So, Doctor, you would like to reply, Doctor, in question? Any side effect you have seen written by Doctor? Dr. Dhiren Pratap Singh. So, Doctor, I would like to reply on this. We have not seen any adverse effect in general and field. We are prescribing, we are given the 3 dose completed to the patient. अभी तक हम लोग ने जितने भी पेशेंट को दिए हैं और जितने भी डॉक्टर प्रिस्क्राइब किए हैं, अभी तक किसी ने एक भी एडवर्स इफेक्ट का रिपोर्ट नहीं किया है। और एक पेशेंट में हम लोगों में 1 साल हो गया, तो with your blessing, we have completed 1 year of launching of Travis. Only one patient I reported with a minor side effect, which is only rashes in their hand. But after 2 days, 3 days, he didn't know any adverse event reported by him. He is physically fit. Okay, so now you should. So thank you very much
for patient hearing. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Dr. Saab, and thanks especially to Dr. Devesh Kumar for their informative talk. We truly appreciate your effort. Last but not least, we would like to inform you that Travis was won 2 prestigious awards in the innovation category. First is Economic Times India Pharma Award in Mumbai, and second is Golden Global Tiger Award in Malaysia. This is a mega achievement by Travis. With your blessing, in the most innovative category of the drugs, the Travis has won the 2 awards. Thank you so much, Doctor. And thank you all participants and doctors. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
मुझे लग रहा है कि कोई डाउट नहीं है डॉक्टर साहब। कोई मीटिंग मतलब कि चैट बॉक्स में कोई मैसेज नहीं आ रहे हैं अभी। डॉक्टर, one question here. Is this safe in pregnant women? Asked by Dr. Dhiren Pratap Singh. Doctor, I would like to reply on this. Doctor, we are not have the data in pregnancy especially. We have there's a research, there's a trial is ongoing on pediatric patient and as well in pregnant women. तो हम लोग का डॉक्टर साहब बताना चाहेंगे कि जो पीडियाट्रिक ट्रायल है ये मार्च में ही हम लोग का अप्रूव हो गया था। हम लोग का ये ऑनगोइंग ट्रायल चल भी रहा है, ये बहुत कंप्लीट भी हो चुका है। अभी डॉक्टर साहब जो APCRI का कॉन्फ्रेंस हुआ था डॉक्टर राम मनोहर लोहिया मेडिकल कॉलेज लखनऊ में, तो वहाँ हम लोग ने पूरे डेटा को प्रेजेंट भी किया है। मोस्ट प्रोबेबली 1 or 2 मंथ में ये पब्लिश भी हो जाएगा, हो करके आ जाएगा, जो कि हमने सैंपल साइज जो लिया है पीडियाट्रिक पेशेंट का 1 साल से 17 साल तक का है। तो उसमें भी जो अभी तक का डेटा है उसमें भी ये फाइंड आउट है कि क्लिनिकली सेफ है पीडियाट्रिक पेशेंट में भी। बट रिटर्न में वी हैव द नेक्स्ट मंथ और नेक्स्ट टू नेक्स्ट मंथ वी हैव द रिटर्न डेटा आल्सो इन पब्लिश्ड APCRI जर्नल एज वेल। But currently, we are not recommending for pediatric, in a pregnant woman, because we don't have any trial data in pregnant women.
So, so here we can say this is a very new vaccine and it is almost only 1 year old. So we have to wait the further data. But I think these other aspects should also be kept in the mind, because as you know, this is more prevalent in the rural area. And here in the rural area, this point of its cost effectiveness should also be taken. So I think in the future, this vaccine will be widely accepted due to its convenience, its effectiveness, and its lesser adverse reaction. Thank you very much for your patient hearing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Saab. I think there is no more question in the chat box. So thank you so much, Dr. Saab, and thank you all for joining and giving your valuable time. Thanks to all. We are closing the meeting. Thanks to all.